In order to create the item under the product management, we have to define these things in the system. See, based on the requirement, you can define how many classes you want. What is the purpose of class is? The purpose of class is we can give the security, like who is going to create the item. You can give your own phases, life cycle phases, or you can give your own item, uh, item associations, okay, and item templates as well. So that is the purpose of class. See, assume that you have a two kind of businesses in the company. One is electronics, one is something materials, engineering material. Okay, so they don't want to share electronic kind of specifications with engineering one. Okay, so if you want to differentiate complete activity between electronic goods and engineering items, what they will do is they are going to create separate classes, and they're going to provide the all kind of stuff like security, templates, associations, and who will create the items, that kind of security also they're going to provide. So that is the purpose of item class. And second one is item already you know what is unit of measure. Some of the items you can measure quantity based, some of the items you can measure through liters, gallon, okay, mgs, okay. So based on your company belongs to which kind of business, according to that you can define your unit of measures. And item status, I already explained the item status here. FG, raw material, kit, semi-finished goods, packing items. So like that, we have a several types of status. Sorry. These are item types. Sorry, these are the item types. Okay, item statuses are similar like a procurement, draft, okay, and active. Draft, active, and another thing is absolute. Absolute. Okay, so once our item status will goes to absolute, then we cannot do any kind of transactions on that item. Absolute means we are not going to use further in future. Okay, so when you want to stop completely today, I mean tomorrow onwards, I don't want to do any transactions with the item, then they're going to use the item status is called as absolute. Okay, and item associations. So the items association is the tab which is present under the item class. What is the purpose of this is, here we're giving the relationship between your master arc. So always the items are creating under the master organization. The inventory, the inventory transactions, okay, inventory transactions which we are doing in the inventory management. So when you want to create a mapping between this master arc and inventory arc, they're using the item association tab. So here they're defining for which inventory they want to do the transactions. That kind of setup we are doing in the item associations. And next is life cycle phases. So every item, I mean, not only here, so general thing we are seeing the life cycle phases. Uh, Life cycle phases where we observed outside, like out of box. Suppose if you take a food industry, okay. So in the food industry, so they prepared something like a jamun. Okay, there they mention what is the life cycle, means how long this particular thing can be used by end user. That is the manufacturing dates. So there are some phases they have. What is the phase? See, example, let us take a soap industries. So once you prepare the soap, they will take some time to cure that, means curing time. So curing time means they're going to hold some days to uh, ripe that soap. Similarly in the ripening, nothing but exactly how many days it will be required to cure. After that only they will sell to the end user to utilize that one. So these are the phases: initial phase, and then curing phase, and then utilizing phase, and then absolute. Absolute means we are not going to use that because the manufacturing data has been expired. Similarly here, life cycle phases also we have, as per the Oracle seeded things, we have four things. One is prototype, sorry, design. So design first they will give. According to design, they will start the prototypes. This is actually the life cycle phases is very, very important when you go for product development. We have a two phases in the product management. One is product development and one is product information management. When you will use the product development is, so I think order management side, I think you don't have any idea, right? So well, let us take a configured item.
Mm.
We have a concept of configure item. So what in by configured item means, that is configured items or something else. Yeah, configured item only. So if you take a laptop, okay. So laptop, the configuration of the item. What do you mean by configure is, so in the laptop, if you take, we have a lot of series. We have a Lenovo 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, 5.0. Okay, we have a series, right? So how they
Yeah.
are differentiating the series based on the configuration. Internally, uh, for 1.0, they're using processor, processor frequency, processor speed, and hard disk, and RAM, and then there are a lot of other aspects as well. So based on these things, based on these characteristics, they will decide Lenovo 1.0 means automatically system will pull all the combination of raw materials. It's not raw materials, it is the sub-assembly things. When you take the product development, configuration item means, so Lenovo 1.0 means this kind of the internal components they're going to give this kind of series. Similarly, if you take 2.0, they will take processor some 2.2 gigahertz, hard disk some 1 TB, okay, and RAM 8 GB. So that is the configuration for 2.0. So that configurations we call it, we are going to create where is product development. So that product development will be more useful during the engineering. Most of the times will be used in the manufacturing sector. Okay, so whatever items which are present in the product information management is, we have two things here: product development. We are not doing any development phase here. We are using product information management. Means directly we are purchasing the raw material, and that raw material will be specified according to the modules. Order management, how it will behave; inventory, how it will behave; purchasing, how it will behave. So those kind of things we are going to define in the product information management. But product development, there we require the life cycles. Life cycle will start from design, and then prototype, then production, and then finally if they are not using, they will go for absolute. So these are the phases which are followed during product development. So whenever the item is in design or prototype or absolute, that item we cannot use for transactions. Always the item phase will be production. Okay, so this in depth will be handled in the product development. So we're not talking about product development. So product development is another vertical. Fine. And item template. So what is the item template? So what is general template? Template will be like a structured one. It is structured things. like wherever the same kind of work will be repeating, instead of doing the work same work repeatedly, what they will do, they will create the template and they will call the template where the specific purpose will be there. So that is called as item template. Item template, what we are going to do is, what is the specifications under the each module wise, and what is the primary unit, secondary unit, what is the price, and what is the statuses. So all kind of things they are going to be created in the template. And when they are creating the item, instead of entering the data manually, just they will call the item template. Okay. And item relationships, this one we'll see little bit later. And item supplier means, here the system will give a provision, this item will be supplied by whom. If you have such a kind of functionality, we can map the suppliers to your item. Okay, these items I want to purchase from this A supplier or B supplier or C supplier. That kind of relationship you can provide using the item supplier association. This is also item supplier association. And item specifications, I was telling, under each module, how what is the attribute of item. So these are also a part of item template. So these are the various configurations which we required to create your item in the product management. Now let us see how to create one by one. Okay. So we'll go to system. So what job roles are required is important. For product management, we required product data steward. Steward. And another one is product manager. Okay, so once we have product manager, product data steward, system will enable both the things, product development as well as product information management. Okay, now we'll go to system and we'll see how to create the class first, and then remaining step by step we'll see. Now, okay, so I'll create one account here, because this will be something else. We don't know what and all roles which we have. So immediately I'll create one user account. How to create a user account?
Yeah.
How to
Security
create user
console.
account?
Yeah, security console, right?
Hmm.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm listening, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, user.
Add a user.
Yeah.
Test SCMPL. SCMPL. Password. Okay. Why username came here? Test underscore IM SCM SCM underscore PL will give. Okay. So I want to give configuration rules.
Yeah.
Application. What are the roles?
Yeah. So you mentioned, right, the two roles, right? That product is that.
Sir, for the person behave as a functional consultant, what are the roles required?
Yeah. The application implementation.
Next,
What is that? Application administrator.
not administrator, manager.
Yeah, manager.
So you're not reading at all, huh? It's very tough, sir. So these things will be easily will forget. Even for me who are doing the practical, no.
Mm.
So if you keep 3 months ideal, I'll also
Mm.
forget.
I got it. I'm already idle from 1 year now, so the previous.
I don't know. Okay. Next is product data steward. Data steward.
No, but whatever this what is that ad rolls you are putting, it is the same common plus these two ad rolls you're trying to add, right?
Yes, correct. Product manager. Test underscore SMPL. SCMPL.
Hello.
Mm.
Oh,
Again disconnected, huh? Again it was
quite.
disconnected.
No. It was very quiet, so I thought it was disconnected. Just let's check.
Okay, so it was created now. So we'll log into system. Confirm. System PR. Mm, underscore SMPL at the rate 123. Okay. Now this is the product management. See here I told product development, product information. So this development, design, okay, and innovation, these things will be useful for configure of items. So that will be, order management side mostly they use something like configurator. Okay.
Default, I think. Default.
Uh,
I think these are default responsibilities, right?
no. These things will be enabled based on the roles, product data steward
That's correct.
and product
Correct.
manager. So
Okay.
once you don't have product manager, we can see only PIM.
Okay.
PIM means product information management. If you have both the things, you can see entire thing.
Okay.
Okay. Now, first we need to know how to create the item class. So for that, go to setup and maintenance. Go to product management. Here, items, item class. Okay. Manage item classes. Okay. So based on your requirement, you can define that many classes. But here, the Oracle will be provide the root item class by default. Okay. If you have to maintain separate class, we can maintain. Or
Now, what
you
is
don't.
this root item class is same and the item class also is both same, huh?
Root item class will be provided by the Oracle. This is a seeded item class.
Okay.
Under this, whatever item classes which you have, you can define one by one. But some companies, they don't have any classes. Then see, this is, then what they will do, they're going to give the, they are going to create root item class only. In the root item class, they will enable some of the operations, some of the options, we call it as. That way also you can use it. Okay. Now that is depends. Okay, you don't require any item class, don't want to maintain, because we want to use common class in the application in the current company. We can use directly root item class as well. Okay. Now I'll create one new. So select this root item class, click on plus. Always your item classes is under the root item class, remember. So you cannot create your own class beyond root item. Always root item has to be present. Root item has to be required. So below that you can define your own classes. Okay. So PRC item class. So internal description I'll give same. Save and add details. So this want to be public. Here this option it won't work. So it will be by default, it will be public. No worries. Save and add the details. Okay. See here the checkbox is very significant. Significance is there. When it is unchecked, system won't allow to create any item under this class. So this has to be item creation allowed has to be always enabled, and this also be enabled. Okay. And attachment categories, these and all not required for what you call order, I mean SCM point of view. This one have product development, they have some significance. So what is required here is you can go for item management and how to generate your number, whether you have any kind of specification, I mean to say any kind of requirement. So you want to define, you want to create item number based on user define or something rule generated or sequence generated. So these things we can select as per your requirement. So I'm selecting sequence generated. So starting, I'll give same thing, our prefix starting number. Okay, it's a number only 1001. Prefix I'm giving PRC incremented by 1. Okay. And description, even we have a description also. You can define your user define or inherited from parent. So what I mean by inherited from parent is, okay, so for this class, if we created the item, so assume that for in the under this class you created the item. So item description generated method inherited from parent is, so you are creating here something like item structure and finished goods. So you have to know what is the difference between item structure and finished goods. Item structure which will be used the raw materials. So in order to manufacture one particular item, what and all raw materials which are going to use, those raw materials we call it as a item structure. Okay. So when you have a manufacturing kind of setup, so according to the example, when you select your item description generation method based on inherited from parent means whatever description you mention under the FZ, based on this particular option, system will display this description to all your structure items. Structure means raw material, raw components. So that is the purpose of item description generation method. If you don't want to use this one, they can use user defined or rule generated. So rule generated means we need to write a rule. That rule we need to append. So this like in not we'll see that how to generate the rule, one rule, how to write it down. But as of now, we'll go for user defined. Okay, and I will disable this. Wait 1 second. Hide help icons. Hmm, what happening? Okay, so once you close that, it will go. Starting number gonna 1001 PRC incremented by 1. It's a user defined. So new item request. What in by new item request is when you select this one, what system will do is when user create the item. So based on the so once you once you create the item under the product management or product information management, the system will trigger the workflow, means approval workflow. So if you don't want to generate any workflow, then you can disable checkbox. If you want to trigger the workflow means somebody has to approve. Okay, suppose you created item, so somebody has to verify all the things, and once you want to approve, once he approve, then that particular item we can use in the application. 1 second, 1 second. Hello, not required. Okay, enable new item request, and once you check the checkbox, we have to define the workflow. So this workflow things we'll see next class, how to define the workflow and all. Time being, assume that when you check the checkbox, you have to define the workflow. So when user creates the item, based on this workflow, system will trigger the approval mechanism. So these things we'll see in the further section, how to create the workflow and all. Okay, now security. So this is a very important one, security thing. So security, here we are providing the security to the user who is going to create the items. Under this class, I can give access to you only. For example, I want to give access to Srinivas. So when I give the security access to you, you only can create the items under this class. No one else can't able to create the items under this class. That kind of security we can provide under the security tab here. So there are here two types. One is when you click on plus, we have a group or we have a person. What is the difference between group and person is when you select the person, I can give to specific person. Means when I select the person, I can give to either Srinivas, Ramu or Ravi. When I select the group, okay, when I select the group, whatever suppose under this group, okay, so we have a job roles. So job roles of creation of item is product data
Ram,
steward and product manager.
hello.
Yeah.
Ram, give me 10 minutes. I'll pick my daughter and come here. She has gone to abacus class. So I'll just pick and come and join you at 10-15 minutes.
Okay, ping me, sir, after that. Okay.
Yeah, I'll come as soon as possible, sir. Yeah.
Okay, bye.
I'll directly call you once I come back.
Bye. So two types of security. One is group security
Yeah.
and one is person security. So person security means specific person I can give the security access. Means those guys only can create the items under this specific classes. That is a person type. And when it has group type means here, moment once you click on plus, I created this now. Okay, click on place. So group. So when you select the group, here the name, what name we need to give is, we have to give the roles. So what they are trying to tell is, if we select the group, here assume that I select a group and I given what do you call product data steward. Okay, product data steward. So this particular role, whoever is possessing, whoever is having, possessing. Okay, so those guys can create the what do you call items under this class. That is a grouping. Getting my point difference?
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
if I use this group, this product data steward, for example, you are also having, and you have some 10 members are also having. So whoever having this access, this particular uh, role, those guys can create the items under this specific item class. Okay, so after giving the group, we have to provide what are the actions. So these actions are mandatory, what actions they are going to perform under this organization. So here we have to understand two kind of organizations always present in the product management. I mean, product management, the items are always creating under the master. Okay, and see 000, whatever I selected, that is the master organization. Okay, so when I select something inventory arc, so those comes under child organization. So in the item class, we have to define master organization security as well as child organization security. Okay, now I selected organization as 0. I'm giving the actions. What actions the persons can perform? There are a lot of actions. So EFF means extensive flex fields, item creation, item updation, item deletion. So if you want to add something other fields, I mean in the uh, front end page wise, we have only limited fields. We want to bring some other fields in the front end. So those kind of things we can do using DFF, descriptive flex field and extensive flex fields. Okay, so that kind of actions, if you want to provide, that all actions we need to select here. So what action means, what kind of operation you're going to perform on the item, that is called as action. Okay, so now I'm defaulting, I'm selecting all actions, whatever actions which is provided by the seeded oracle. I'm selected all, just apply and click on OK. So this is what you call, we call it as a grouping, group security. Similarly for person security. So person security means just select the person and you have to give the what is the person name, because these demo instance I don't know, no one else, just whatever it is coming here, I'm just giving. This is a person security. So organization means here two things, one is master arc and child arc. So 000 is the master arc, operations is the master arc, and 001, 002, these and all inventory arcs, or one more name is child arcs. Okay, so I given person here Ajay dot Ray and 00, and I'm providing the actions. Click on search here, just select the. Similarly, we have to give these action items for inventory arcs as well, because see in the item are only for creation, we cannot do any transactions. If you want to do the transactions, we have to provide the security for inventory arcs as well. So I'm click on plus again, I am giving same person as a, as a dot ray. Okay, so here this is the inventory arcs. Seattle, Atlanta, Chicago, these are all inventory arcs. So if you want, you can create your own inventory arcs as well, because this instance, whatever inventory arcs which we have created, it went away. So if you want to do, just create the inventory arcs and come to the item class and provide the security. So I'm selecting here seeded things, whatever Oracle is providing. 001 is not created by us. It has created by the Oracle. Okay. Click on search, search and apply and click on OK. So this is the way to provide the security. Now, who is going to create the what you call items as a, and one more thing is whoever having that product data steward, that job, those guys also can create the items under 000 000 master arc. I'm really worried about this internet connection. Every time unstable, stable. I'm getting
It's going to
unstable
cut,
every
right?
time. No,
No, I'm hearing properly, correct?
in the page it is coming in when internet connection is unstable, right?
Oh, maybe correct, correct. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So these are security and life cycle phases. These page transactional things will be used for product development. So we are not touching here. So life cycle phase I said to you. So there are 4 phases: design, production, active, absolute. Okay. So these phases are given by the Oracle directly. So if you have your own life cycle phases, just we have to create your life cycle phase using the task, manage life cycle phases. Once after creation of that, you come to item classes and select the plus icon.
Now,
So
what
when
does this sequence means?
uh,
Sequence.
this sequence will be like see first what is the design, then uh, prototype, then production. Sequence it doesn't matter here. There is no issues.
Oh,
So the sequence
okay.
means moment once you add the things to the what you call life cycle phases, automatically system will create a sequence.
Oh,
So let us take phase type is design. See here 200 draft. So
okay.
like that you have to create your own life cycles and come to item class area. There you have to select your life cycle phases. If you're not creating directly, you can use the seeded life cycle phases as well. So I'm using directly life cycle seeded one. So I don't want to add anything here because there is no impact in the system. It's just like
Oh,
what are the phases and we are going to add to the item class. That's all. There is no much impact of this life
okay.
cycle phases in the PIM. But in the product development, yes, we have impact. Next one is template and formats. So I said, what is the template? Templates were used for instead of entering the data repeatedly, they will make a template and they will call the templates. So you can create n number of templates as per your requirement. So some of the templates has been given by the Oracle. So ATO, so assemble item this is. Okay, similarly, so if I scroll here and here we have a option to export your templates. So now I wanted to check purchasing template. Hmm, Purchasing template. Let me try here. Just query by example. Template name. Purchasing. Okay. Purchased item. So these are the templates which are created by users. Okay. So we have to create our template for our even if you're not creating the template, automatically system will give the seeded one. If you have created your own template, so the template will be visible while creating the item. So now I want to create my own template. So here we have an option to you can copy the seeded one, and then from there you can create your own template. So let me check first what is the seeded template here. How to find out the seeded template? How to find out the seeded template? Always remember the seeded templates are intact with the organization 00. These are all seeded templates because 000 is the master art which as created by the Oracle.
Unity side is only for this product or any model?
What any module? I didn't understand.
No, no, you're telling that by seeing the seeded organization, by seeing the 00
Mhm.
job roles, right?
It's not job role
Seeded job role.
organization. It's a organization. Zero
Okay.
zero is the master item organization.
Okay.
Okay. So wherever the template which you are seeing, which is intact with the organization 00, those templates are seeded templates, which are not created by user, which are created by the Oracle.
Correct, got it. But is this only for this product, this one, or
Yes,
for any other?
only for product management.
Uh,
These
okay, okay,
templates
that's what I meant to say.
we cannot use for other models, only for product management.
Okay.
Okay. So now I selected this one. Now I want to copy it. Just click on copy. So yeah, this will be, we cannot change this name. Okay, this will be like, whatever name which is present in the seeded. Now organization system will allow, means that uh, suppose you created master organization is something PRC master. Okay, so this template you wanted to copy for your organization, your system will allow to add your organization here. So assume that something like whatever seeded which you have, I'm going to select. It is at least one required. Until unless if you don't know. Okay, let me try something engineering or whatever it is there in that. So click on search.
Now you take classes for other inventory also, right? I mean, other students also, right?
Hmm. Not
Okay.
taking demos are going on. No, still not
Okay.
decided
Demos means for you or for the candidates?
for the candidates.
Okay.
Okay, so now what I done, I just copied that seeded template, and this template I'm adding to the one of the master organization.
Okay.
So click on OK, and then once after finishing this step, so this is the thing we did, right?
Yeah.
So come down here, system will give the options, what options you have to enable or disable in the template. So item status, so whether you want to keep active, development inactive, that is your choice. Life cycle phase, I want to keep here production. User item, purchase item, so these things and all. Okay, so primary unit, I want to keep each. Okay, and similarly specifications, these specifications means what are the attributes of your item with various modules. Manufacturing, how you want to be, services how you want to be, inventory how your item want to be, similarly planning, purchasing, sales order. So these are the various specifications you can set up here. So once based on the setup, system, I mean item will behave in different modules. So example, very simple example I'm take. If we go to purchasing, so this item I want to purchase from the supplier. So what are the attributes, what are the specifications required? This has to be enabled. Purchased is yes and purchasable is yes. If I select this as no, this item won't be available in the procurement department to procure from the supplier. So that is the significance of each and every field here. That is called as specifications. Okay. Now taxable, whether this is a taxable or not, whether if you are buying this material from the supplier, when you select the S here, this will be a taxable item. So these are like while creating PO for this item, system will allow this item based on the specifications. Remember this. Okay. If you're not defining anything, system won't show this item, whatever items which are created under this class, it won't be available for you to do any procurement related transactions. Okay. And purchasing price, I want to give purchasing price. So this is for default purpose. So purchasing price $15 are given. Okay. And similarly default buyer, if you want to keep a default buyer for this entire item class, so you can keep the buyer. So like that, various specifications you have according to the requirement, you can select those specifications, because the buyers we don't know, right, what and all buyers we have.
Yeah.
There is no buyer here, just ignore it. And invoice matching option, whether it is two-way, three-way, four-way, invoice match option, where you want to make order, you want to make receipt. So receipt routing, direct inspection standard, how to do that. So these and all options which we are storing into the template. Okay. Moment when while creating user, when you select this when they select this particular template, system will default these possible values. Okay. Now I selected some of the randomly, I selected some of the specifications. Just after that, click on save. So this is the way to create your item class. Under the item class, most important thing is security, templates, and life cycle phases. It is optional. And what else you have seen? Uh, just the security grants for the item class. Principal product data steward already exists. Oh, so whatever we selected under the group, right? So system is throwing the error already exists. So we cannot proceed for save and close. Go to security. Mm, are you getting what is the question? I mean, what is the error
Yeah,
message?
it's already created, right?
Mm.
But initially it didn't show, right? That is there
No,
or not.
because we are not saved, right? Form we are not saved.
Okay.
Once we save, then only it will show. Name is product data steward, correct? What is the
Yeah.
organization? 00. Okay.
There are two.
Who is there? Where? This is the first one.
Yeah, one more.
Yeah,
Next
yeah,
one.
correct. So we'll delete this. Yes. Okay. So now, person we given. What is the name of the person?
Some Ajay.
Ajay Daughtry, right?
Yeah.
Uh, delete. Just enter this. So I'll give my name, sir, instead of that by, because I need to reset password. If it is
Yes.
like if
Okay.
Ajay.ray, if you find 3 to 4 users, then it will be
Mm.
very tough to do. Okay, I'll give my name, test dot something. So I'm selecting here person, test dot, test underscore scmpl. Okay, so I'm giving access to the master arc. Come down, click on plus, click on search. Apply, click on OK. Similarly,
Good.
we need to give another axis. What is that axis?
Yeah.
Huh?
Okay. Product management. What is that? Okay. Application.
What is why I'm selected one more time, second time? Why?
So a different org.
This is the child arcs. We have to
Child org.
provide for both, right? Master and child. If the child arc is not selected, what will happen? We cannot do any transactions.
Correct. Okay. It has to be interlinked, right?
Mm. Yeah. Now we will verify just remaining I will tell, but I will verify whether my PRC item underscore class is coming in the inventory organization. I mean in the product management. Okay, so let us quickly verify that. Go to home page. Where we have to go? Go to product management and PIM, product information management. So here these are the task list, and we have a search and we have a analytics reports. Standard reports you can open from there. So go to task. Here create item. So what is organization? Master arc.
00.
3 zeros.
Yeah.
What is our item class? PRC underscore item class. Where it is coming or not? It's coming, right?
Yeah.
Now tell me one thing. The template what I created, is it will come here or it won't come?
It will come only, right? Because it is a parent, right? I mean, child, this one, right?
But while creating template, what organization we selected? It won't come because we selected organization as 002.
Oh, 002 or 001? 00.
002. Item template time.
Yeah.
Okay, because when you make a copy, system won't allow to change the template name.
Mm-hmm.
But when you want to, I mean, if you want to create the new template, yeah, we have an option plus button. You can go and there you have to give the name and all. But when you
Yeah.
copy it, system not allowing to change the name.
You can't
That is
edit it.
that is a problem actually.
Okay.
So here purchase item will be there. Why purchased item template is there? Because this is the seeded things, product family, planning, phantom bomb, these and all seeded templates. So wherever you can see like the CS1, service, sub-assemblies, FZ design, these and all some people has created their templates. So one question, why these all templates are showing here? Because whatever template we have created, those are linked with the organization 00. That is the reason system is displaying all templates. If
Okay.
the template is not linked with the organization 00, system won't show this kind of templates here. That is a key, that is the what do you call understanding things. Okay.
Okay.
Now I selected purchase item, click on OK. Okay. See now item, it has automatically name, I mean the item number generation automatically system has taken this one. How it has taken? Because we selected sequence generated in the item management tab.
Okay.
Okay. So description, just give something. Description one. Approval status complete score. It is in draft. Why? Because we selected new item request checkbox. When you are not selected, system will show directly approval status is active. Since we selected that, whatever we are creating the items under your PRC classes, all status, initial status of the items will be draft. So when it will convert to approval, once approver in the workflow, so I have not defined those things. Once that approver will approve this particular item, then only this item will be used for transactions. Okay. So life cycle phase didn't come. Why? Because we selected seeded template, purchase item, that is seeded template. They have not defined any life cycle phase. That is what system is showing the blank in the life cycle phase. Okay. So and if you go specifications, go to purchasing. See these and all no S, no S. From where it has came from template. Okay. And our things won't come because our things we did for 002. Okay. So these specifications. So after once it has done, if you want to modify, you can modify. That is not a problem. Now go to associations. So association tab only we are giving the relationship between child arc with the master arc. Okay, click on place. So what is the organization as is ours 001. So are understanding or not?
Yeah, understanding, sir. Yeah.
But we're not giving any response. That is what I'm worrying. Okay, so 001 I selected. Now template, based on the template specifications has been filled. Supplier org organization also can select. So if you define your supplier, that supplier we can map to the item. Means what is the significance of this one is whenever if you are creating the PO, system will default the supplier based on the item master. Okay, that is the purpose. Now I don't know who is what are all suppliers are there. Here we don't have any option to select. Okay, let me try with something. Yes, or supplier name text. If it is not coming, seeded supplier is not there. Supplier, something supplier force. So from where it is coming? It is coming from the supplier master. Moment once you give this option, system will, when you are creating this item, system will display this is the supplier. From the supplier, we are going to procure the material. That is the purpose.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the way. How many suppliers you have, you can create it. Suppose you have a 4 suppliers here for this item. So what system will do? System will, when creating PO, system will display the 4 suppliers in the LOV. So user can choose from which supplier you want to procure the material. So like that. Okay. And next category. Category is very important. This item belongs to which category? Means whether categories where you are creating. Already we have seen the categories. In the procurement side, we observed where we are going, where in which screen we are creating the categories. Hmm.
Sorry.
So where you are creating the categories.
From the item, right?
Now these and all from where it is coming, these options.
In the master list.
Which master list?
In supplier item master list.
What item master list? So far we have not created any master item master list, right?
Okay.
Hmm? Sir, procurement you did right, use cases you did, BR100 you did. So item category is very very important. My God. Hello.